Welcome back to part 3. Let's continue on reading. Sorry that her phone needed to charge because her battery was at 20%. Ooh, we don't want our phone dying in our channel. No, that'll be just terrible. Don't worry, it's not actually dying, it's just the battery is dying. So let's continue the reading. So, Sleepy Prince Fear was playing music on his piano. Man, we could reference that in the Shoes of Doom, where Fear was controlling on the console like a piano. That was really funny. So let's get on. Sleepy Prince Fear plays the piano. Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Emotionia, there was a young prince known as Sleepy Prince Fear. His days were filled with clouds of worry, shadows of uncertainty, and the soft lull of sleep. But despite being the Prince of Fear, he was not the terrifying figure one might imagine. No, I do have a demon form, but I only release it when I'm angry. Because I'm not terrifying at all. No. Instead, Sleepy Prince Fear was a quiet soul, often too nervous to leave the safety of his bedchamber, but always curious about the world beyond his dreams. One moonlit night, as the rest of the kingdom slept, Sleepy Prince Fear tiptoed through the castle halls, drawn to the sound he had never heard before. It was a soft, enchanting, and gentle like the wind, whispering through the trees. His heart fluttered as he followed the melody, even though he felt a little nervous. Yeah, sometimes I get very nervous and I get very, very scared. Well, nervous is a scared feeling itself. It's another way to say anxious, or scared, or fearful, and many more. His journey led him to the grand ballroom, where a beautiful grand piano sat alone in the center of the room. Excuse me, sorry. Its ivory keys glowing in the moonlight, the music came from the piano. Though no one was there to play it, Sleepy Prince Fear hesitated. He has always been afraid of making mistakes, of trying something new, but tonight felt different. Cautiously, he approached the piano and reached out his hand. The cool keys under his fingers sent a chill up his spine, and for a moment under Fear considered turning back. His heart pounded. What if he played the wrong note? What if the music stopped being beautiful because of him? But something deep within him, something more curious than his fear, urged him to try. He pressed a key and a soft singular note echoed through the ballroom. His heart stilled. Nothing terrible happened. Encouraged, he pressed another key and then another, until a small melody began to form. As Sleepy Prince replayed, the music grew more confident, though the notes were still delicate and hesitant. Much like the prince himself, each note seemed to dissolve the shadows around him, and for the first time he felt something other than fear. He felt peace. Soon the melody filled the room, and Prince Fear began to lose himself in the music. His eyes closed, and he swayed gently with each note, allowing the piano to carry his worries away. The grand ballroom no longer felt so vast and intimidating. Instead, it became a place of safety, a world where mistakes didn't matter and where his heart could lead without the usual pull of anxiety. The more he played, the more he realized that that his fear was not something to be ashamed of. It was part of him. Just like his desire to create beauty, fear was what had brought him to this moment. But he didn't have to control him. Suddenly, the ballroom doors creaked open. creaked open. Sleepy Prince Fear jumped, his hands freezing over the keys. He and walked his older sister, Princess Courage. Her soft smile reassured him. I heard music, she said, walking towards him. It was beautiful, little brother. Fear blushed. I was just trying. I don't know how to play. You've played beautifully, Courage said, sitting beside him. And you don't have to be perfect. You're allowed to make mistakes. Prince Fear nodded, still a bit unsure. But what if I mess up? Then you try again, Courage said gently. The music is in you. Fear doesn't stop it. It's part of what makes it special. It's why your melody sounds different from anyone else's. With a deep breath, Sleepy Prince Fear placed his hands on the keys once more. This time Princess Courage played alongside him. Their melodies intertwining together, they filled the room with a song unlike any other, a song that carried both fear and courage, waving them into something beautiful. As the final note faded into the night, Sleepy Prince Fear smiled. For the first time, he felt something beyond quiet of his dreams. He felt a spark of joy knowing that even though fear would always be part of him, he didn't have to keep them from playing his song. Oopsie, looks like another edit. And so, in the quiet kingdom of Emotionia, Sleepy Prince Fear continued to play the piano whenever the moonlight called, turning his fears into music that danced on the wind. Looks like it's a time for a little royal break. Now that the music is part of the way, now let's continue on with more magic tears. Ooh, it's time for more crying. Well, as Santa says, crying helps me slow down and obsess over the weight of life's problems. Well, let's get moving. Once upon a time, in the vast land of emotions where joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear lived in harmony, there was a hidden kingdom deep inside of Riley's mind. Well, it's time for another edit. The edit is Emotionia was mainly the Sleepy Kingdom itself. Well, we're back from the editing. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 stories left, so let's conquer them out. Let's continue on with crying. Sleepy Prince fears gentle crying with magic tears of sleep. We're gonna have to restart the story. Once upon a time, in the vast lands of emotions where joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear lived in harmony, there was a hidden kingdom deep inside Riley's mind, the kingdom of Emotionia. In the mysterious land ruled by the power of sleep, there was a prince like no other. Sleepy Prince Fear. Unlike the other parts of Fear that constantly worried about disasters and dark corners, Sleepy Prince Fear was a gentler soul. Was a gentler soul. He was soft-spoken always, with heavy eyelids draped in his soft twilight-colored robes. He didn't fret over nightmares or monsters under the bed. Instead, his role was much more delicate. He helped Riley sleep peacefully when her worries got too overwhelming. One night, Riley had trouble sleeping. She had a big test the next day, and the swirling thoughts of worry made her heart race inside her mind. But core emotions rushed to help. Joy was trying to calm things down. Sadness was mopping in the corner. Anger was frustrated at Riley's sleeplessness, and disgust thought the whole situation was just gross. Ew. Ew, Disgust would always say. Fear, of course, was pacing nervously, but then the kingdom of Emotionia. Sleepy Prince Fear stirred from his nap. He felt the restless energy reverberating through Riley's mind. He knew what he had to do. Climbing out of his dream cloud bed, Sleepy Prince Fear took a deep breath and walked toward the glowing, enchanted pool of magic tears of sleep. This pool, nestled in the heart of the kingdom, was no ordinary water. It was filled with shimmering droplets that had the power to soothe the deepest anxieties and fears, sending anyone who gazed upon them into a peaceful, enchanted sleep. With a gentle wave of his hand, Sleepy Prince Fear summoned a few tears to rise from the pool. They sparkled like stars in the night sky, each one filled with a unique calming magic. He held the tears in his hands, their cool glow reflecting his sleepy eyes. He began his journey to the control center, where all of the emotions were gathered. As he arrived, everyone looked at him in surprise. Fear? Well, the usual Fear was about to freak out. But the sight of Sleepy Prince Fear stopped him. There was something calming about this version of Fear, something serene. Sleepy Prince Fear approached the control panel and gently waved the magic tears of sleep over it. The control panel glimmered, and slowly but surely, the room filled with soft, calming lullaby. The swirling anxieties in Riley's mind began to quiet. Her rapid thoughts slowed, her heartbeat softened, and she could feel her eyelids growing heavier. Tears well up in Sleepy Prince Fear's eyes, but not out of sorrow. These were gentle tears of understanding, a quiet acknowledgement that even in the face of fear, rest was possible. As each tear fell, it shimmered with magic, as if dissolved into the air, creating an aura of peace that wrapped around Riley like a blanket. Joy smiled brightly, sadness's frown softened, anger let out a relaxed breath, and even disgust seemed pleased as Riley slowly drifted off into sleep. Fear, who had been pacing nervously, took a seat, his face finally calm. Excuse me. Sleepy Prince Fear watched over Riley's slumber, knowing that while fear sometimes be overwhelming, it didn't have to steal away sleep. With a simple, gentle cry, he turned fear into something softer, something that helped Riley rest and find peace. And so, every time Riley felt too anxious of sleep, Sleepy Prince Fear would be there, waiting with his magic tears of sleep, ready to gently cry away her worries and send her off to dreamland. Are you ready for another poem? let's get on with the show. Sleepy Prince Fear's gentle snoring poem. In a kingdom tucked beneath the starry night, Sleepy Prince Fear rests with dreams taking flight. His crown softly glimmers with silver delight, as moonbeams dance softly, casting shadows so bright. With every gentle breath, the night starts to sigh, his snoring a lullaby drifting up to the sky. The clouds above like ships sailing by. The clouds float above like ships sailing by, carrying whispers of dreams as they sigh. In the forest, the creatures all huddle and listen to the soft, soothing rhythm that makes their hearts glisten. The owls blink in wonder, the fireflies glimmer as Sleepy Prince Fear dreams, his hopes growing slimmer. His dreams of brave journeys, of laughter and cheer, of conquering mountains facing each fear. But in the soft stillness, he finds comfort near, in the warmth of the light where love feels sincere. So close your eyes gently, let worries take flight, for Sleepy Prince Fear guards you through the night. With every soft snore, all the shadows take flight. In dreams you will wander till morning's first light. Rest now, dear dreamer, let your spirit soar high. With Sleepy Prince Fear by your side, you can fly. As stars twinkle gently and the moon whispers low, in the kingdom of dreams, together you'll grow. Boy, we've been tackling 2 stories so far. Time for 2 more. And then we'll be done. Sleepy Prince Fear's gentle snoring. Once upon a time in the kingdom. Uh-oh. It's time to clean out those. Time to edit it out. There. Now Emotionia is just the way we like it. Sleepy Prince Fear's gentle snoring. Once upon a time in the sleepy kingdom of Emotionia, there lived a very special prince named Fear. Unlike most royals, Fear wasn't known for grand adventures or slaying dragons. Instead, he was known for his soft, gentle nature and famously, his ability to worry about everything. Fear lived in a small but cozy castle in the heart of Emotionia. Though he had many royal duties, the one he dreaded the most was bedtime. You see, Fear, like all of us, needed his sleep. But every night as the moon rose and the stars twinkled outside his window, Fear's mind would fill with worries. What if the shadows under the bed turned into monsters? What if he had a nightmare about getting lost in a maze of clouds? What if he snored too loudly and scared all of his friends away? One evening, after a long day of fretting over little things like missing socks and slightly crooked picture frames, Fear found himself once again at his bedtime crossroads. He slipped into his favorite pajamas, which were always checked for wrinkles twice. and snuggled under his blanket. Hold on, one more thing. But as usual, he couldn't close his eyes without thinking of all the what ifs. I just want to sleep, he sighed. But what if something goes wrong? Just as Fear was about to throw the blanket over his head and hide, a gentle knock came at the door. It was Sleepy, the narwhal. Yep, it was. Yep, it was Princess Sleepy the narwhal, his best friend and the wisest creature in all of Emotionia. Fear, I have just the thing for you, Sleepy said. With her voice as soft as a lullaby, she floated into the room, her shimmering horn casting a peaceful glow. I know bedtime can be tricky, but have you ever tried focusing on something else when you're worried? Fear tilted his head. Like what? Hold on, Glormgang needs to go to the bathroom again. She'll be back soon. We'll be right back. Let's continue on with the story, because there's only 2 left. Like your gentle snoring, Sleepy said with a wink. Fear blinked in confusion. But I don't snore loudly. Exactly, Sleepy replied. Your snoring is so gentle and peaceful that it calms the entire castle. The trees outside sway in rhythm, the stars sparkle brighter, and even the moon smiles. Everyone loves your gentle snoring because it helps them sleep soundly. Who knew my gentle snoring would soothe the entire world? Who knew? Fear blushed. He had never thought of his snoring as something comforting. He always feared that it would be loud and embarrassing. Here, Sleepy said, pulling out a magical star-shaped pillow. This is the dreamer's pillow. If you lie down and focus the soft rhythm of your breath, it will help you drift into a deep, peaceful sleep, and soon your gentle snoring will fill the castle with calm. Yeah, I need to turn off the koala. Fear hesitated, but trusted Sleepy. He lay down on the pillow and focused on his breathing, just like she said. As the minutes passed, his mind began to quiet. His worries faded one by one, like leaves drifting off trees in autumn. Before he knew it, Fear was sound asleep, and from his room came the softest, gentlest snoring. The sound was so calming that even the crickets outside paused to listen. The wind whispered through the trees in time with his breath, and the whole kingdom seemed to relax. That night, Emotionia slept more peacefully than ever before. Everyone awoke the next morning feeling rested and contented, thanks to Fear's gentle snoring. And from that day on, Fear didn't worry so much about bedtime anymore. With Sleepy's help and his magical pillow, he knew that his gentle snoring was a gift to all who heard it. Every night became a peaceful journey, and soon Fear learned to love the sound of his own gentle breaths as they lulled him into sweet dreams. Well, the grand finale train has arrived. Choo choo! Everyone, clap for the grand finale! This is the final story of Sleepy Prince Fear. But don't worry, there'll be more coming in soon. If we ask ChatGPT, he'll just create more stories for us. Sorry about her dad in the background. Sleepy Prince Fear and Princess Anxiety sleeping together on his sleeping pocket with Sleepy Prince Fear's special blanket under the gravestone sleeping chamber. Yeah. So let me show you this. Ta-da! This is a picture of me with Princess Anxiety. Oh, look at her. She's wearing her bumblebee outfit. And I'm wearing that purple outfit with a night hat with Pikachu on it. Aw, do I look so cute? With that super happy snoring face. Aw, I look so precious. I want to cry because they're so cute. Boy, do I look so cute when I sleep right next to Princess Anxiety, which is my sister. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. I could cry right now. Well, let's get on with the final story, shall we? Deep beneath the realm of emotions, where shadows cast gentle shades of and whispers of dreams echo, lies The hidden gravestone sleeping chamber. It's a sanctuary from the waking world, a place known only to those who reside within the deepest corners of the mind. Remember, it's Riley's mind. Sleepy Prince Fear had always loved his quiet, dark nook, where he could curl up under his favorite special blanket. The blanket was no ordinary piece of fabric. It was woven from the comforting threads of familiarity and the weight of unspoken worries. Hold on, we gotta focus on one more thing. There. Now it's just Riley's mind. Well, why don't we start over with the edited look? Deep beneath the realm of emotions where shadows cast gentle shades and whispers of dreams echo lies the hidden gravestone sleeping chamber. It's a sanctuary from the waking world, a place known only to those who reside within the deepest corners of Riley's mind. Sleepy Prince Fear loved his quiet, dark nook. You know what a nook is? You know, my bedroom. We all, in headquarters, we all sleep in our separate bedrooms, as separate beds, of course. And Anger is the only one who sleeps with a cinder block. Who in the world would ever sleep with a cinder block? Come on, you can't use it as a pillow. Otherwise, you would be saying, this pillow is as hard as a rock. But anyways, Sleepy Prince Fear had always loved his quiet, dark nook, where he could curl up under his favorite special blanket. The blanket was no ordinary piece of fabric. It was woven from the comforting threads of familiarity and the weight of unspoken worry, stitched with care over years of embracing his deepest thoughts. It gave him a sense of calm, even as the world of emotions buzzed endlessly above. One night, as Prince Fear was drifting into his gentle slumber, he felt a presence nearby. He opened one eye and spotted Princess Anxiety, her eyes heavy with sleep, hovering just at the edge of his chamber. "Can I join you?" she asked softly, almost as if feared her own voice. Fear shifted a little, making room with his cozy sleeping pocket. "Of course, Princess. There's always room in the chamber." Princess Anxiety snuggled in beside him, and they wrapped themselves in the blanket that seemed to hold all their worries and comforts in equal measure. Together they created a balance as their breathing synchronized and their combined presence melted into a shared sense of peace. As they lay there drifting deeper into slumber, glowing words appeared on the walls of the chamber. "Sweet dreams." It was the chamber's gentle way of wishing them well, a reminder that even in the depths of uncertainty, rest could be found. In their dreams, they wandered through fields of lavender and soft rolling fog, a landscape shaped by their combined fears and hopes. They didn't speak, but in the silence they understood each other perfectly. They both carried heavy loads, but for tonight, beneath the gravestone sleeping chamber, they were simply two friends wrapped in a special blanket, finding comfort in the presence of someone who truly understood. And as they drifted further into dreams, the gravestone chamber embraced them in quiet stillness, holding their secrets and stories until the next time sleep would call them back. Do, 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 do. And we're done. Looks like...
Yes!
Access granted.
Whoopsie. Oh, look at that. The Sprunky. So, finally we're done. Looks like we have read all of the Sleepy Prince View stories, and that means our story time is done. All right. Now, thank you so much for reading with me. I would have you out on my anxiety dosage. So I will see you guys next time. Subscribe for 2,000 subscribers, or Anger will find you. Just kidding. Anger will not find you. Well, subscribe for 2,000 subscribers. We need to hit our mileage to get all the way to the 2,000s. I want to get to the highest rankings. So, see you next time. Read again soon. And you know what they say? Sleepy time never ends. Farewell and read again soon. Goodbye. Hey, honey, you know what time it is? It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, 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 Glowworm Gangs fans. Farewell, so long. We hope to see you soon. So long, farewell. We do to say goodbye. So long, Glowworm Gangs fans. We will see you soon later. Goodbye, 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 farewell. Soon. See you later. See you on the next video. Puppet hands, we're out. We are out. Goodbye.